Perfect. So we are going to walk through setting up our agent websites this morning. As we're going through the training, please interrupt me with any questions, unmute yourself, ask me in the chat box, and I'll periodically ask if there are any questions. I want to make sure that you walk away from this training today feeling a lot more excited and comfortable setting up your agent website and making any additions to it. So to get started, before we do anything in actually creating our agent website, we need to make sure that our marketing profile has the toggle turned on to use our information to brand our agent website. So to do that, I'm going to go up to my name in the top right-hand corner and then click on Settings. I'll come over to Connect Settings and then Marketing Profile. And then up here in the top right-hand corner, you can see Use my information to brand my agent site. And I have this toggle turned on green. You need to make sure that you have this toggle turned on and it shows green, because if you do not have this turned on and you go through all the steps of setting up your website this morning, it still won't show that your website's created because you haven't given permission to Command to brand your agent website. So make sure this is turned on. Once you've turned this toggle on, now we can actually get started on setting up our agent website. To do that, we are going to go to Consumer, the Consumer applet, which is the bottom icon on the far left. Here it's going to default into the Landing Pages tab. Ignore all these landing pages. And then I'm going to come over here to the Agent Site Pages tab. And then I don't have any pages here because I've gone through and I've deleted them getting ready for this morning's training. If you have some here, that's fine. No worries. The system may have gone through and already just kind of set up some templates for you. But to get started this morning on setting up your agent website, I'm going to come up here to the top right-hand corner where it says Configure Your Site in this blue toolbar. Or if you scroll down to the bottom of the page in the bottom left-hand corner, it also says Configure Your Site.
Okay, Nick, don't kill me. But so when I looked away from the screen, where is that green button that you turn on to make sure you're connected?
Click on your name in the top right-hand corner.
Okay.
And then click on Settings.
Yeah, I got that far.
And then we'll click on Connect Settings and then Marketing Profile.
Oh, okay. Got it. Okay.
So turn that on and then you'll want to scroll all the way to the bottom and click Save.
Okay. Okay. Got it. And I mean, okay, because I'm one of the reasons I'm on here is I'm breaking away from a team. Does that matter how my command is set up?
It shouldn't affect how your team is set up.
Okay.
The MCA office would have gone through and they would have removed you from that team. So your connection to that team database and things would have changed, but the actual overall functionality of command will still be the same.
Cool. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. So now that we have our marketing profile good to go, I'm going to click back on the Consumer applet in the bottom left-hand corner. Then I'm going to click on Agent Site Pages, excuse me. Then I'm going to click on the Configure Your Site either here in the top right-hand corner in the blue bar or in the bottom left-hand corner. That takes you to the same place. And when you click on Configure Your Site, it's going to ask you if you want to use your new KW site. I have a Playster site I want to continue to use, or I want to explore other options. So if you had a website that's completely outside of either KW or Playster, we want to use the new KW agent sites. Click Submit. And this is going to open up the Kelly Guide. And there are a handful of Kelly Guides in Command. And basically what a Kelly Guide is, it just kind of holds your hand step by step through a process to make setting up your website or whatever the task is very simple and streamlined. To get started with the Kelly Guide, I'm going to click Get Started right here. I'm going to acknowledge and continue. And now we're going to jump right into updating our agent website. So with everything in Command, I always recommend that we start at the top and work our way down, which is what we'll do on each one of these different pages. On the left-hand side, you can see a preview of the web page. And then on the right-hand side, we have this column, and this is where we're going to be making all those updates to our website. To get started, we're going to select our subdomain. It's probably going to default to whatever your name is, or if you had a subdomain from the Play Store website before. Double check here, make sure it's good to go. If you want to change it, you can just type it in what you want. So I can just type in Nicholas Core Atlanta here. Click claim domain. And it's going to say, congrats, you have claimed your subdomain. I want to keep Nicholas Core, so I'm going to type that back in and confirm domain. Perfect. Congrats, you've claimed that. If for whatever reason after this morning you decided, you know what, I really don't like my subdomain, I don't want it to be my name, I want it to be something else, I'll show you how you can easily change that subdomain without having to go back through the Kelly Guide. So now once our subdomain has been selected, I'm going to click on the marketing profile information to expand those options. And all of this information will be preloaded, or most of it should be preloaded based on what we've included in our marketing profile. So we're going to go through, we're going to double check it, make sure it's correct, because we want to make sure everything is compliant. And we'll also add any missing information. So scrolling down, we have first name, last name, market center brokerage, market center address, team or business name. So here I have Nicholas Core Real Estate Group, which is how I market myself. If you don't have a team, you could just put Nicholas Core, Realtor, or whatever you like to say here. Professional job title, Realtor, email, office phone number. You'll see here it says excluding spaces or special characters. You don't want to include those in the information here, because sometimes throughout the agent website, I don't know why, sometimes it automatically adds the dashes, sometimes it puts periods in there, sometimes it does nothing, but just add those phone numbers here. Here's a quick bio. This is getting pulled in directly from my marketing profile. My license number, compliance legal footer. In the state of Georgia, we're not required to have any specific information in our legal footer. But for me, I like to just type my name, Realtor with Keller Williams First Atlanta. Anytime I can have that one-to-one of my name to Keller Williams First Atlanta brokerage name, I like to include that. Scrolling down, market center brokerage license number, so First Atlanta, and then the license number H-33313. Market center phone number, same thing, 404-531-5700. Here we have compliance legal footer link 1. So if we have links, which in the state of Georgia, we are not required to link off to any additional information. I know some states require that at the bottom of every single page where real estate's being advertised, you have to include links to information about fair housing and information like that. We don't have to do that in the state of Georgia. However, if you want to, you can include that here. So you just do a link title and then put the link there, and you could add more links as well if you wanted to. Same thing with legal footer images. We're not required to add those in the state of Georgia, but here you could add the fair housing logo, the realtor logo, any designation that you have, or any organization that you are a member of. You could add those logos here just so that it would be at the bottom, so everyone knows that you are a member of those groups. Continuing to scroll down, we have our imagery here. And here's my profile picture, market center brokerage logo, and my personal team logo. And again, this is all being pulled in directly from my marketing profile, but you do have the ability to change it here if you want to. It recommends a size of 360 by 360, and that's a square image, because the way that these images render on the website is actually going to be in a circle. So having them as a square when you upload them, make sure that the images load properly in that circle. And again, I can show you later on how you can update these and change them if you ever get a new image. Scrolling down, our social media links. Again, this is being pulled in directly from our marketing profile. But the nice thing here is that you can include your links to all your social media accounts. And that way, if someone's on your website, they can quickly check out your Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. I'm not a big Twitter user or YouTube user, so I don't have those links included. So since there are no links there, the website will not include links to those pages. And then at the bottom here, we have our KW app link. And again, this is pulled in directly from the marketing profile. If you don't have your app link right now with you, that's fine. I would just put a placeholder of google.com and then leave that as is. So
If
that is all we're
it's
doing.
already there, Nick,
Yeah.
that means it's already assigned?
Yeah. So everyone has their own unique app link. So since yours is already there, you're good to go.
Okay.
So this is all we're doing right now for this page. So once we're done here, I'm going to click Save and Continue. And it's going to take me on to the next page of the Kelly Guide. And now we're going to go through style and theme. So we'll actually start to work on some of the images and what the appearance of our website looks like. So scrolling down, our first option here is the theme, which we have the red theme and the dark theme. If you want to see the difference, you can click on dark theme and you'll notice the only thing that really changes is the KW logo up here in the left-hand corner. It's very simple. I recommend, well, personally, I just leave it on the red theme because Keller Williams is synonymous with that red color. And I just want to make it much easier for consumers to click or to realize Nick, KW, here's my agent website, and just connect all those dots. Scrolling down, we have our homepage text. And this is going to be the text that appears above our the search bar. The way that these websites, our new agent websites, are set up is really go head to head with Zillow and Realtor, Trulia, and become the home search destination for all of our clients. So when they come to our website, the main thing they're going to see is the ability to search for their new home. So we want to have some text above it that kind of lets them know, hey, go ahead and start searching for your new home here. It's going to default with some text, but you can update it to anything you want. And as you start typing on the right-hand side, you can see the preview starts updating. Start your home search here. You could update it to be anything you want. If you have a little slogan or anything for your website, you could use that here as well. And again, this is something that you'll be able to update after the fact if you ever decide you want to change it. Scrolling down, we have our homepage hero images. Now, the system is going to have 5 default images for you, but you do have the ability to upload your own image. If you do decide you want to upload your own image, it's a recommended size of 1200 by 1200 pixels. I do want to clarify here, if you are going to upload your own images, make sure that you have permission to use those images. If you get them from a website, or if you have images from a listing that you really loved, make sure you get written permission from the photographer to use that image. Because my understanding is that when you pay a photographer to take listing photos for you, you're paying for their service and you're paying for a lease of those images solely to be used for the marketing of that home and not to be used for the marketing of yourself as an agent. So that could require additional payment, different licensing fees. So just always make sure that you get written permission, because it could be a tens of thousands of dollars in fines if you are using copywritten images without permission. I also want to point out that in Designs in Command, there are tons of images that you can go through that you have full copyright permissions to use. So if you don't like any of these, you can just trash it right here, click the trash can, and you can upload some of your own from Command. And again, these images are something you can upload and edit outside of the Kelly Guide. You'll notice here, I only have 3 images because through previous trainings, I have deleted some of those templated ones. What will happen is the system will actually rotate through each one of the images. So if you only want it to stay on one image, delete all the rest of them and leave the one that you want it to stay static on, or update or add the ones that you want it to rotate through. Scrolling down, I'm going to click Save and Continue. And now we're going to actually start building out some of the content pages on our website. So the first one is going to be the company profile. And this page is really more intended for a team or someone that advertises themselves as a team. So if you market yourself as a solo agent, then this is probably a page that you don't need to spend too much time on, and we can actually remove it from the list of pages on your website. But if you are on a team, you may want to put together a team. So I market myself as a Nicholas Core Real Estate Group. So I would want to have a Nicholas Core Real Estate Group company profile. So over here on the right-hand side, we'll do our search engine optimization. So company profile, I'm going to put about Nicholas Core Real Estate Group. And then our URL slug. So this is going to be what comes after the nicholascore.kw.com. Update this to NKREG. And then below here, we have our SEO description. And this is what is going to show when anyone searches Nicholas Core Real Estate Group and my website shows as a listing on Google or Yahoo. And I want to provide enough information here that someone is confident that when they click on this web page, it's going to take them directly to the About Nicholas Core Real Estate Group page on my website. So I'll say, learn more about the Nicholas Core Real Estate Group at Keller Williams First Atlanta, and then I'll just type my phone number in here. So if this URL for about the NKREG showed up on Google, they would see learn more about the Nicholas Core Real Estate Group at Keller Williams, and that would make perfect sense for them, and they would understand exactly what they're clicking on. So below that, we'll click on content, and then we're actually going to start updating the information on the page. So we'll see here, we have our page header, and this is company profile. So I'll update this here to about the Nicholas Core Real Estate Group. And again, if I wanted to change my header image, I can upload an image here. They recommend an image size of 2000 by 500. Again, tons of images in designs that you can use if you'd like to. Below here, we have an intro paragraph. And then below that, you see we kind of have a headline title and a section 2 headline. The way I would kind of at the most basic format of this web page is what you could do is for the intro paragraph, have a quick overview of your team, your group, or yourself and the agents and your closing attorney partners and lender partners and all of that. And then below here for section 1, you could do working with sellers, and section 2, working with buyers. Really simple. I mean, or you could just have it set up any which way that you want. So I'll just type here, this is going to share lots of info about the Nicholas Core Real Estate Group. And headline 1, say working with sellers. We get your home sold quickly and for the most money possible to ensure you achieve your real estate goals. Then we have the ability to upload an image. You can see here on the right-hand side, there's just a standard image. If you don't want to use an image, you don't have to upload one. And then that would actually center align all this text. But I want to upload an image. So I'm going to click upload. I'm just going to quickly pull some images that I have saved.
Nick, I thought I was on the same page as you, but I don't see like intro paragraph. I just see contact bio under content. You're under content, right?
Yeah. Did you click forward to go through the contact page? You may have gone forward to an additional page.
Oh, okay. All right. Thanks.
Yeah. So let me just upload this image really quickly. And then since it's a square image, it's only going to let us do a full square size. So I'm just going to format this to fit. It's not ideal, but it works. And then it just immediately uploads so you can see the preview on the left-hand side of what that looks like. Headline 2, working with buyers, and we will get you to the closing table on your dream home in this competitive market. Upload another image. There we go. And then footer description or footer headline. Let's get started on your real estate plans today. Give the Nicholas Core Real Estate Group a call to get started. So just some basic information here. So the way I like to set this up is, at the top, I'm kind of introducing myself. Up here in this intro paragraph, an overview of my team. Here, I'm going to break out 2 different specialties that I have. So working with sellers or buyers, however you like to set up your team. And then below here is going to be something a little bit more conclusive that kind of encourages them. Now that you know this information, let's start the next steps of working together. And once I've filled in all that information, I'll click continue. And now we'll go to the About Me page. So if you're a solo agent and you market yourself as a solo agent, this is really where you're going to want to spend that time updating this information. We'll start over here on the right-hand side with the page title. It's going to default to About Me, but I'm going to update this to About Nicholas Core so they know I know it's about me. I can leave this URL slug about me, or actually, I'm just going to update this to About Nicholas. SEO description. Meet Nicholas Core, the team lead for the Nicholas Core Real Estate Group at Keller Williams First Atlanta. And here's my phone number. So that's my SEO description. Again, this is what's going to show up on that Google listing so people know exactly what it is they're about to click on. And it also helps with ensuring that if anyone types in Nicholas Core Realtor, that it will show up, that this page will show up as an option within their Google results. And again, you can always come back and edit this if you want to and add more information or change it. I'm going to click on content to expand that. Now we'll actually start updating the information that appears on the left-hand side. So page title, I'm going to update this to About Nicholas Core. And my title, Realtor at Nicholas Core Real Estate Group. Bio title, About Nicholas. I'm just going to say, get to know Nicholas. And then here's going to be the bio. And this pulls in from my marketing profile bio. If you have a really long bio, that's fine. What you'll notice is that it's giving you an error message here of having too many characters. For whatever reason, when you're going through the Kelly guide, it only allows like 280 characters, which I think is absurd. However, after the fact, after we get out of the Kelly guide, you do have the ability to edit this page, and you can put that full bio in there. I know agents that have like a 10,000 word essay as a bio and it all fits, but we just have to do it after the fact. So don't stress about that. Scrolling down, we have our contact information. And you'll notice here my phone number in this, it does not have any dashes, but the way that it's formatted over here in the preview does include the dashes, so we're good to go. Then my email. I'm going to click continue. And then the last page is the Contact Us page. So I'm just going to name this Contact Nicholas Core Real Estate Group. I'll leave the URL slug as contact, SEO description, get started on your real estate plans by getting in contact with the Nicholas Core Real Estate Group at Keller Williams, First Atlanta. My phone number. Now we go to content, page header, contact us. So I'm going to say contact the Nicholas Core Real Estate Group. Intro paragraph, if you want one, you can have it there. You could just, type something. Let us know how we can help you achieve your real estate goals. And then scrolling down over here, you can see first name, last name, email address. Here we have this message hint in this message box here. This is going to default. Are you looking to buy or sell? What is your time frame? What are in your search area? What is your budget? You can update this to be anything you wanted. This is just going to be light gray text to kind of prompt anyone that's going to fill out this page what they should include. I may add, have you been pre-qualified with a lender? Any additional information I should know? And this way, when they come to that page, it'll kind of prompt them with this information. And then down here, we have phone number. When I look at the preview over here on the left-hand side, it does not include any dashes. So I'm going to add those dashes on the right-hand side. And now it renders properly over here. Email address is good to go. So I'll click save and continue. So we have finished the Kelly guide. So I'm going to click on manage sites, and that's going to take me back to my, it should take me back to my consumer applet, but it doesn't. So I'm going to click on my consumer applet down here in the bottom left-hand corner. I'm going to click on my agent site pages. You'll now see that all three of those pages have been set up. It shows a date created. And then here in this column where it says view, they have these little eye icons, and you'll notice that each of them is blue, kind of that like that tealish blue color. That means that they are live web pages. If you have any websites or any pages listed here and this icon of the eye is dark gray, that means it's not live and it's not active. To the right of that, we have these three dots, and that gives us the ability to delete. If you ever want to go back and edit one of your agent websites, you go through designs, and I'll show you how to do that in just a few moments. But now we've gone through, we've updated our website. Let's go take a look and see what it looks like. So I'm going to click on the see your configured agent site here, nicholascore.kw.com. You can see here my logos that I had uploaded previously. Start your home search here. Here are my featured listings, which we'll walk through in a moment, how to add those. And I'll come up here to this drop down where it says Nicholas Core Real Estate Group. And now we have the About Nicholas Core Real Estate Group. So I can click on that. And then here's that little page I set up. Then we have the About Nicholas Core page. Here's my little bio. And then we have the contact. And you can see here how this is light gray text. And once they click in here and start typing, all that text goes away. So just some prompts for them. So this is our agent website. And then here are the links to my Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram, since I included those. I can click home, and that's the website. So very simple. You see there's not a ton to this website. It really is all about that search functionality. We want our clients and sphere to use our website. Any questions on what we've gone over so far? All right, so now that we've gone through and set up our pages, let's walk through how we can edit and make some changes to those. So I'm going to click within my agent website, or within the consumer applet. I'm going to come over here in the top right-hand corner where it says Site and App Settings. And this is where we're going to be able to make any adjustments or edit any of the agent websites that we've set up so far. So here in general, we have our agent site hero text. So start your home search here. So if you decided you ever wanted to change that, you could just come here and say, find your new home here. And that would update the text that's on my above the search bar. Agent site hero images. So if you ever decided, you're like, I really dislike this one here, you can just click the trash can. And then if you wanted to upload one, you can just click upload here and you can upload that image of 1200 by 1200 pixels. Then we have the download app landing page. And this should default to download my app to find your new home anywhere. And this is what's going to show up on if you give someone the link for your app. Virtual tours. So if you have a virtual tour, either a Matterport or let's say a video tour, you can add those virtual tours onto those listings on your website if you don't already have them through FMLS. So you can come here, select listing. Now I don't actually have any live listings, so let's see what comes up. Moreland Avenue Southeast. So I don't have any listings live right now, so it's not going to let me add any. But this should pull your listings from KWLS. And then you'd have the ability to add that URL to that to the URL of the search of the virtual tour. Edit active tours. Do the same thing. Now I will say this: if you have that URL included in your FMLS and Georgia MLS listings, that virtual tour will automatically appear on the listings on your website. So I'm going to click, how beautiful. Here are some additional preferences that have recently been added to our settings. Display Keller Mortgage on my app and website. So this is going to be enable. And display Keller Covered on my app and site, enabled. So this gives anyone that's on your app and website the ability to go ahead and look at Keller Mortgage and Keller Covered for their mortgage and insurance options. And this can provide just some baseline information for them, but again, just providing more options to them. I'm going to click Save Changes. So this is the General tab. The next is URLs. Here's our domain URL, and it's going to show that domain, the subdomain that I selected when we were in the Kelly guide. If for whatever reason you wanted to update this URL, you could just start typing in here and click Save Changes. So that's how easy you can change your subdomain. And then below here, we have our app URL. So if you ever need this, you could just copy it. And then I'll open a new tab so I can show you what it looks like. Click Accept Cookies. And then this is my app download page. And it's really simple. So it's that basic. So I'm going to come back into Command. All right, so back in Command. One thing you'll notice here is that we don't have the ability to use vanity URLs. So with our Playstore websites, I had bought nicholascore.com and I could set up my Playstore website so it automatically loaded within nicholascore.com. At the moment, our KW agent sites aren't able to do that. But what you can do is you can set up that vanity URL to automatically forward to your KW site. So I can set nicholascore.com that I purchased through GoDaddy to automatically forward to nicholascore.kw.com. So anyone that goes to nicholascore.com won't be any of the wiser that they're going to a forwarded website. The next tab is featured listings. So if you have some listings, either if they're your listings or if you're working with someone and you've received permission to advertise their listing on your website, you can add them to the bottom of the page. And again, this is going to be another unique benefit of working with you, that you can have these listings on your website. So I'm going to click Select Listings here. And then it'll default to show only my listings, but you can select all listings. And I'll just type in 1234 Main Street, see if there's anything in Atlanta. All right, these are all demos. Perfect. So I can just click select, and it's going to highlight that listing and then click done. And now it has added this listing to my website. So I can click save changes. I'll come back to my website. Let me refresh really fast. You can see that hero text has been updated. And when I scroll down, here are my featured listings. And here's that demo one that I just added. So that's what it looks like. Come back to command. The next tab is the theme tab. So again, this is if you wanted to switch back and forth between the red theme and the dark theme, you can do that. And then this last tab is agent site pages. So if you ever wanted to edit the pages that are on that drop-down menu, you can do that here. You can click on that page, click on the name of the page here. We can update the page title. So I could change this to the Nicholas Core Real Estate Group. And here's that SEO description if you ever wanted to add or change any of that information. And the URL slug, I'll click save. To the left of each one of these titles, there are 6 dots. If you click on the 6 dots, it allows you to drag those pages into whichever order you want. And then to the right of these page titles, there's 3 dots. And here you can actually delete the page if you wanted to. So if you market yourself as a solo agent and you don't want the company profile page, you may want to click delete, and it's going to have you double click to confirm that you want to delete it. And that would remove it from your website. So then you'd only have your about you as an agent page as well as the contact page. If you ever wanted to add a new page, you'll walk through that here as well. And we're going to do that in just a second, and then we'll come back and add that page. Any questions on updating any of those settings? All right. So
I do have a
yes.
quick question. So I was just kind of playing around with it, and well, actually there was an error, so it knocked me out. But from my memory, what happened was I tried to add a listing, one of my listings, but is it because I was on a team and I was the co-agent that it's not just showing up?
So in the featured listings tab,
Yeah.
so is the listing still active?
Oh, you know what? It just went to pending.
So that is probably why.
Oh, okay.
But you
I
can-
realized I just did that.
But you
Okay.
can select, it'll default to show only my listings. Click on all listings
Okay.
in the top right-hand corner of that pop-up, and then type in the address and see if it shows up.
Okay. I will. I had to go out of it, knocked me out of command for some reason.
That's odd.
Yeah, it said oops, error.
That's frustrating. I'm sorry.
It's all right. I'll get over it.
So any other questions? So we've gone through the Kelly guide, we've updated our settings. Now let's say you're like, you know what? I want to go back to my bio or my about me page because I want to update my bio and I want to put in the world's longest bio possible. The way that you do that is you'd come to designs, and then at the top of the page, you can click on one of these tabs to sort by the different types of designs you have. So I'm going to click agent site, and this is going to show me all my recently added pages. So you can see updated March 15th. And I'm going to select my agent profile site. Now, when I click on this, it's not actually going to work because for whatever reason, whenever you click on updating a page, it just takes you back to the home page. But theoretically, that is what you would do, is you would click on it and edit. Very frustrating. I know it's getting worked so that way you can actually edit your pages. If you have any questions or need any help editing a page, let me know. We can set up some time to walk through that together. The next thing I want to walk through is creating a new page. So let's say you are like, you know what, I want to create this special page. I don't know. Today, I'm going to walk through how to add a blog, the Homekeeper blog, and that'll be the additional page that we add. At the moment, we don't have true blogging functionality with our websites. A lot of agents have pushed back, and it is something that is in the pipeline, but because it's not business critical, it's not at the top of the list of what Labs is doing. But if you wanted to add a new page, in the top right-hand corner, click on Create a New Page. And then it's going to ask us if we want to select on our agent site or as a landing page. Select on my agent site. You must select on my agent site because if you accidentally select as a landing page, the command settings will never allow you to add a landing page as a full page to your agent website. So select on my agent site, click Create Page. And then before we do anything, let's update the title of this page. So I'm going to name this Blog 315. And if you don't know what Homekeeper is yet, Homekeeper is a service that we all as KW agents have a free membership to. And with that service, they have a blog that they actually update, I think every day. And we can put that on our website and kind of present it as our own. So it's a destination where clients can find more information. There are a couple ways that you can set up this blog. The first one is, well, actually, before we even do that, to get to the Homekeeper blog, I'm going to go to Homekeeper. I'm going to sign in, select Realtor, and then log in here. If you don't remember your password, click Forgot Password and use whatever email you received when you first joined Keller Williams. And then that should be your login. So I'm going to click Login. And then here's my dashboard, and I'm going to scroll down to where it says My Widgets, click Embed Widget. And we have two widgets. We have My Trusted Pros widget. So if you have a list of professionals you like to use, contractors, painters, flooring companies, you can add that to your website. But I'm just going to use the My Blog widget. And I'm going to scroll down here to iframe. And I'm going to copy code. Lets me know that it's copied. What an iframe is it basically allows one web page to load another web page in it. So it appears to the visitor that it's just one single web page, but actually all that information is just a totally different web page being loaded. So I've copied my code. I'm going to come back to Command. And then I need to paste this code in here. One way that you can do that is that you can use the text box. So click on Content Box, drag over the text. I'm just going to delete that text and I'm going to paste in the iframe text. Now, it doesn't look like it's doing anything here, which is fine. They've updated the settings. In the past, it used to actually pre-populate the website, but it doesn't do it, but it will load properly in just a moment. So just leave that text there. And then the command does require that we have at least one widget on each web page. So I'm just going to select the download my app one because it's really simple. Then I'll click configure widgets. It's already configured. There's really nothing for me to do. I can update this if I wanted to, then click save and apply. And then I'll click save changes. Would you like to continue the site and app settings to publish your page? Yes. Perfect. So now, once I click, I wanted to add this to page, it automatically drops me off into my site and app settings, and then my agent site pages tab. And here is where I'm going to add this page to my dropdown. So I'm going to click add page. It's going to give me a list of all the active pages that I have the ability to add. So I'll click blog 315, click continue, page title, blog, URL slug, blog, and I'm just going to do SEO description, blog, and click save. Perfect. And now I've added that blog to my website. So I'm going to come over back to my my home page. I'm just going to refresh it. I'll come to that drop down menu. I can click on blog. And now you can see here is all the Homekeeper blogs. So this looks like a professional blog. A consumer probably wouldn't even realize that it's additional information loaded from another website. They can just click on it and it's going to open up a new browser tab and they can read this article. It's that simple. Now, I will say this. To me, this doesn't really look all that polished. It just kind of is like, here's a blog. We can edit this so make it looks a little bit nicer. So let me go back into command. Now, one thing you remember is that for whatever reason, command isn't letting us edit pages. So I'm just going to create a new agent website. So I'll click on agent site, create a new page on my agent site, create page. Now, what you can actually do is you can use the widgets over here on the right-hand side, and you can paste that iframe information into those widgets. I'm going to use the agent profile widget because I think it's really nice. And I think it will help frame the blog very well. So I'm going to click agent profile and I'm going to drag that over here. Then I'm going to come down to the configure widgets, agent profile, and I'm going to go through here and I'm going to update this information for a blog. So the first thing is my image. I don't want to use my header or my image or my headshot, excuse me. So I'm just going to use a random image. Anything that says blog to use fine. Enter role and company. What's new in Atlanta real estate? Bio title, I'm going to say this is blog. Scrolling down, page title, actually, let me fix this real quick. What's new? I'm going to put that. And then role and title, I'll say stay up to date with real estate news. And I'm going to come down here to bio. I'm going to delete all of it. I'm going to come back to my Homekeeper tab. I'm going to copy my blog widget iframe, come back into command, and I'm going to paste that information right there. So rather than putting in any actual bio, I'm going to paste that iframe information. Scrolling down, we have contact information. Here's my phone number. I don't know why it's not loading, but there we go. And then email, and then click save and apply. And then you'll see here is my new page. So I guess my title's too long. Let me just edit this then. Let's do Atlanta real estate news. Save and apply. Give it a second to update. Hopefully not too long. But you can see while this is loading, we can just talk through the preview over here. You can see that it loads that blog in this the bio window or the bio widget, and it just looks really nice. It looks very professional. Load more if you wanted to. And then at the bottom, it has the contact information. And since we used the agent bio widget, we don't have to add any other widgets to it. So I'll come over here. Let's just say new blog. And I'm going to click save changes. Let's see if it works. Yes. Perfect. So now I'm going to come back to blog. I'm going to click select page, click the three dots and then select page. And I'll select the new blog page, continue, save, come back to my agent website. Let me refresh. And then I'll select the drop-down menu, click on blog. And now it loads the blog inside the agent bio widget. And it just looks really clean and very purposeful. And again, if they want to read the article, click on it and it opens up a new tab. And there they go. Any questions on anything we've walked through this morning? How to go through the Kelly guide, edit pages, add pages, edit settings, anything that I can help with?
Well, the only thing I missed was that widget thing. I don't know where. I went to add a page, and like I want to add a page to mine with reviews.
Okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much for bringing that up.
You're welcome.
So, because adding testimonials to your page is kind of a clunky process.
Oh.
So what you're going to want to do is come over here to agent site pages and then click on create a new site. And then for this, I guess we can just use the agent website. Let's see. And click create page. And then I'll name this testimonial capture. And what you're going to have to do is create a page where someone can leave a review. So I'm going to use a testimonial capture form.
See there, that's the screen that you're in right now.
Yeah.
And should we be, I was trying to follow you while you're doing it. Like I'm doing it at the same time. Is that what we're supposed to be doing? Or we just, because,
I mean, whatever works well for you. So if you
Okay.
trying to follow along works well, or if you just watching
Right.
and then doing later works well, that's fine. This is also recorded, so you could come back later and kind of click through the training and figure out what works well.
Oh, okay. All right. Then I don't want to waste your time going. I'll just watch.
So I have my testimonial capture widget. I'm going to click on configure widgets, testimonial capture, team name, Nicholas Core Real Estate Group. Boop, boop, boop. Leave a review or whatever you want to put here. And then you can, write in any description or anything you want. And I'm going to click save and apply. Save changes. Yes, I would. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to click add a page, testimonial capture, page title, leave a review, and then leave a review. So I would actually go through and fill out this information, leave. I'm just going to do it very quickly. So I'll do save. Then I'm going to come to my website. I'm going to come home and then click refresh. Now, this is where things get kind of clunky, because if you have reviews from, let's say, Google or Zillow or Realtor, and you want them to show up on this page, what you'll have to do is come to your website and then click leave a review, that page that we just made. And then you're going to have to copy paste this information. So I'll just name this John Smith, and we can do 3353 Dunn Street Southeast. Client since 2015. Now, this person's last name isn't going to show up. So even though you type it in here, it'll just show as a last initial. And they're just going to verify that this is an actual address. It's not going to show their address either. We'll do 5 stars. And Nick was the greatest. I would recommend him to anyone looking to buy or sell a home. Would you recommend the Nicholas Real Estate Group? Perfect. Yes, I would. Click preview testimonial and then click submit. Great. So now we have this review submitted. I'm going to go back into command. So this is where things get really clunky. I'm going to go back to agent site pages, click create a new page. On my agent site, create page. I'm going to name this testimonials. Then I'm going to use, there's 2 different testimonial widgets that you can use. There's a testimonial list widget and there's a testimonial carousel. Whichever one you want to use, the list is just going to be one on top of the other. The carousel is going to kind of swipe through. I'll just use testimonial list for today. So here's my widget. I'm going to click configure widgets, then testimonials list, headline, read what past, let me just do this, testimonials, read what past clients have to say about their experience with the Nicholas Core Real Estate Group. And then we have details, we'll leave this here. Then it's going to show me a list of the testimonials that people have submitted. And you're going to check which testimonials you want to include and then click Save and Apply. It pulls them in. And then I'll come up to Save at the top. Yes, I would like to publish. I'll come here to add a page. I'll select testimonials, page title, testimonials, then click Save. Come back to my agent website, refresh, click on the drop-down menu, testimonials, and now it shows those 2 testimonials. So Nick was the greatest. I'd recommend him to anyone to buy or sell a home. So that's the process of adding testimonials. So you have to go through, add the testimonial capture page, and then you can paste in testimonials from previous, or from Realtor, Zillow, or Google, and then you have to come through and then add the testimonials page and manually select which testimonials you want to appear on your website.
So the widget, so if I create the page, testimonials, then I use the testimonial, which testimonial widget am I using?
So if there's technically 3 widgets, there's a testimonial capture widget, which is that what you would use to then fill in the testimonials. Then when you actually want to create the page with the testimonials, you would select either the testimonial carousel or the testimonial list, and it's just a preference of which one you prefer.
Okay, so the capture page is for copying and pasting from Zillow.
Yep.
And then the carousel is for when people are coming to your website and submitting new reviews.
No.
Oh.
The capture form is where you would paste in your reviews from Zillow, as well as someone could leave a review.
Oh, okay.
And then the carousel is going to be where you display those reviews.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Okay. Got it. Thank you.
You are welcome. Any other questions this morning?
No, that was great.
Right.
That was a lot of stuff in an hour.
Yeah. So Jennifer, as you're going through and you're setting up your agent website, do not hesitate to reach out. You can call, text, email, and then you can also set up some one-on-one time too if you would like.
Okay.
And we could go through it together.
Sounds good. All right.
Well, have a great rest of your day, and I will talk to you later.
Thank you so much, Nick.
Bye.
Bye.